we will get started.
It's unclean.
I know. I keep forgetting to get some. It's because I didn't write it down on my to-do list. Cleaner. All right, I'm sorry. Give me just a second. We'll get started. We do have a big announcement tonight for the 18 and under contest. We have a winner, and I wanted to share that. So once this is all set up, we will get started. Okay, so first and foremost, welcome everybody. We're happy you're here. We do a YouTube live every Sunday, or we try to every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live with a live Q&A. So first and foremost, if you have any questions about Coturnix quail, breeding quail, raising quail, hatching quail, quail for profit, anything to do with quail, feel free to let us know, and we will do our very best to try to help you out. For our records. And number 3, hit the like button, support the channel. I think I'm missing something. It'll come to me, it's fine. So we do those things. And I was gonna say something else, but we're gonna wait just a second. So tonight's gonna be a little bit different at the very beginning. But if you can, hit ask your questions now and I'll get to them in just a second. But we do have an 18 and under contest. Well, before I get into that, this is George. He's my right hand. He's here for a reason. He's usually not here. In fact, I don't think he's ever even watched a live before.
I know enough about it.
So he's here tonight for a special reason. So we'll get into that in just a second. But the first Sunday of every month, we do one extra thing, and that is thank you very much, Texas Coturnix. I think it's Coturnix Quail Connection. Yep. Thank you very much for the donation. I really appreciate that. We do take donations for the 18 and under contest, which is in the dollar. It's the $sign in the comment section. But let me get into that in just a second. So a couple of years ago, we started the 18 and under contest, and I had done it for 1 month, and then I thought, well, let's see. So I had kind of been working with Wynola Ranch for a while. I contacted them, and without hesitation, they were like, absolutely, we're in. What do you want? And I said, I need a cage a month. And no hesitation at all, they said, absolutely. We have grown into a ton of people volunteering and helping and donating, and it's became a huge thing, which I'm very happy about. I actually did count today, and we have over 287 entries since March. So that is absolutely fantastic. But what we do is we try to encourage, educate, and inspire the next generation, which is 18 and under, to get more self-sufficient, learn entrepreneur skills, learn responsibility, get off the computer, get off the phones, and start doing some things outside, using their brain in a different way and things like that. And it's went really well. So I'm probably going to forget some things, and it would probably be smart for me to just write everything down and then just read that off, but I never seem to do that. But here we go. So the 18 under contest, all you have to do is email myself, which is zach@myshirefarm.com. It's on our website, myshirefarm.com. My email is. You can email me, and each month we pick a new winner. And you just want to let us know a little bit about yourself. So if you have a son, a daughter, a niece, a nephew, grandchild, whatever, you can let them know. They can enter, and they get 30 hatching eggs from me, plus a candler. They get scissors from Ed Got Bait. They get a Govee, which is a thermometer, hygrometer from Jesse Mills. They get a brooder from Dale's Quails. They get a cage from Wynola Ranch. They get a heat lamp, a water, a feeder, and a sticker, and an egg tray from Whiskey Tango Farms. They get 100 pounds of customized feed from Flew the Coop Farms. And then starting recently, it fell, and I can't reach it. My body's too sore. I'll show you this. It is, oh, you can't see that, can you? This is a failure. What it is, it's a wristband that's Bluetooth device, and it's like an electronic business card is what it is. Thank you so much. Here, you can see that much better. So you just, the kids or whoever will put that on, and then they'll just tap somebody's phone, and their business information, their contact information will show right up. So they get that as well, and they also get either a shirt or a cup. Oh, there's stuff in there. From Living Traditions Homestead that is signed. So they get a lot of really cool stuff. And the last part is they also get an incubator. Recently, I've been doing the Nurture Right 360. I've been buying one every month. And I take donations for that, which is what you saw with Texas Caternix Quail Connection tonight. And you can donate any which way you would like. Again, that's the $sign. It's either super sticker or super chat. And really that is just a donation to the channel, and I put that towards the 18 and under contest. But we came up with a different thing. And so going forward, this will be on our website either tonight or tomorrow. Jenna is currently working on it. But if you buy this shirt, it says, "I support small farmers." It's got really cute designs on it. That'll be available on our website, and it's going to be $20, and some of those proceeds will go towards the 18 under contest for the incubator. So you can still donate on the YouTube channel, but if you donate on here, you even get a cool shirt to wear. So I thought that was really cool. George started his t-shirt business last Monday. Yes, last Monday. On the live, we showed you the first shirt that he did for us, and it's warning. What's it say?
Warning, I love talking about
yes.
quail.
Warning, I love talking about quail, in a couple different designs. You can see that on the website. Now, this shirt is more than the other shirt because we're putting more donations towards this to the 18 under contest. So in fact, I'm going to put this on. But he is going to be coming up with a couple different designs. In fact, one person already emailed me and asked if they could have their farm name on their t-shirts. And so he's getting a price on that, which is kind of cool. I'm going to lower you a little bit so you can see me a little bit better. So that's kind of cool. And he's going to be working on a bunch of stuff, maybe Etsy or Facebook or a website. He'll be getting stuff like that done as well, but you can feel free to check our website out right now, which is myshirefarm.com, and it will have this shirt tonight or tomorrow, and the warning shirt, which is already on the website, and that will go towards the 18 under contest if you'd like to donate towards that as well. But with all that being said, I do have an 18 and under contest winner, because the first Sunday of every month we announce the new winner. And this month was really cute. So what they did was they sent me an email, and they were he did a video, talking about himself and why he wants to win, and it wouldn't go through the email. So they sent it to me through text, and then I've talked to him through email. So Lucas Campus, you are the winner tonight. He is 11 years old. He is very generous. He just finished his 4-H lamb. He's already got rabbits, but he had no quail, and so we had to fix that. So he wants to have a small business. He also wants to give some away to his family and friends, and also donate to his church. So he's got a really good head on his shoulders, very good support team, and it was a very cute email and text message. So congratulations, Lucas. You'll be getting all that. So what you want to do is you want to text me. You already have my number. You want to text me your contact information. I'll send that to everybody else. We'll get your incubator ordered, and then once that comes in, you let me know, and then I'll send out the eggs. A few months ago, I ordered it from Amazon and sent the eggs the next day, and for some reason, my eggs got there like 2 days before the incubator. So once you get the incubator, then we'll ship out. Just so, because that's more of a time-sensitive issue kind of thing. But congratulations, Lucas. It sounds like you're doing a great job, and I wish you all the best. George, why don't you tell him a little bit about the shirt and shirts and the plans?
Well, like I said last Monday, the need was trying to provide a shirt or shirts for the business that we didn't have to buy 100 or 1,000 and have them sitting around because we just don't have, one, we don't have the space for that, and two, you get a whole bunch of them, you have them, they get stale. So this way, making them right here on the farm, we can change them out frequently. We can do some modifications, some customizations for people on top of the shirt, so it doesn't have to be drastic changes. If you want to add your own little logo to the shirt and still have the design, we can do that. So this just gives us more freedom. We don't have to buy low quality shirts at an extremely high price for no reason. Their main goal is affordability, along with providing shirts for the business that are quail related. And then when we get up and running after QuailCon, we'll do other animal shirts that are more not along the lines of what you typically see, because everyone's doing the same thing. So we want to do something a little different that's affordable. So that's the main goal is affordability for everyone, because I know, with the way things are, money gets hard, but you still want your accessorized stuff, and it's hard to spend $30 on a t-shirt when it doesn't cost nowhere near $30 to make that shirt. So we're coming in pretty low. We could probably do a little higher, but that's not the goal. The goal is not to get rich off the shirts. It's just to provide a good product that's gonna last. It's not gonna fade. It's not gonna crack, and you can have it and wear it as long as the shirt lasts. So.
Yeah, and the warning I love talking about Quail shirt was something I've worn quite a bit in the videos and on the lives. And before I had to buy in bulk, and so I stopped that one and started something else. And a lot of people were asking that for that shirt over and over and over again. So now that's back on the website. It's definitely the most popular shirt that we've ever had. Many different colors. This is a polyester blend, is that correct?
No, these are pure polyester.
Pure polyester. So it's very breathable, I can tell you that. It's like a sports shirt, which is really, really cool, especially with all of us working, on homesteads or farms or just doing stuff outside. It is much, much better than the cotton, because I can't breathe in those anymore. So it's really cool. The warning shirt is on our website for $15, and then the is it double XL or XL?
Double XL.
The double XL is $2 more, and then like the triple XL would be $2 more than that, just because that's the cost. And then this shirt will actually go for $20, and then the same deal. Double XL would be $22, and then the triple XL would be $24, so on and so forth. But I think it's a great idea, and now that when you donate, because we have a ton of people that do donate, you can get something out of it as well, and hopefully you'll wear that shirt, and a lot of people will ask you, what's that shirt all about, and you can tell them, what you contribute to and what we're trying to do here. So yeah, congratulations, Luke. I think this is a great idea, and I'm really excited about the whole process. You want to stay around for a little bit, or you got to get out?
No, I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
So all questions don't have to go through Zach. If you need something special, I am on the newbie page. I'm George Aid. I believe I'm an admin on the newbie page still. My profile picture is 2 chickens. I'm really good at getting back with messages. So if you need special requests or something on the shirts, feel free to message me on Facebook, and I'll get back with you.
Sounds good.
So,
all right,
see you at QuailCon.
Yep, QuailCon, 3 weeks. That was the other announcement that I was going to make. I don't know if it's 3 weeks. I don't know. It's September 3rd and 4th. I don't know how many weeks that is. But not enough for me to get everything done that I want to get done, I can tell you that. 4 weeks from yesterday.
Yeah.
No, 4 weeks from yesterday. So we're less than 4 weeks away. We have a great lineup. We have a lot of great things going on. We're going to have vendors. Hopefully you watched that video today from Pine Knit. I'm really excited to meet them. We've got a lot of experts that's going to be here. We've got butcher classes. We've got marketing experts. We've got bee experts. We've got feed experts. We're going to have Chris from Slightly Redneck. Whiskey Tango Farms is going to be here. Verna, which is an admin or moderator on my YouTube channel and admin on Facebook, leader in the community. She'll be speaking. I'll be speaking. Dale from Dale's Quails will be here speaking, and a whole lot more. We've got our PhD doctor that we've worked with to customize our feed years and years ago. They'll be here. They'll be speaking, and an expert vendor table. And so you could even take some of that feed home. The Bee Guy Supply will be here, and we've got a lot. We've got a lot of stuff going on. I'm really excited about it, and hopefully you can make it. I did add, I think, 30 extra tickets. I don't like that. We did actually add 30 extra tickets when we did the video, I think, last week with Linda, because she's going to be here as an expert for the marketing table for Quail for Profit, and we only have 2 tickets left. So I'm hoping either late tomorrow night or Tuesday, I'm going to reevaluate the numbers and see if we can add any more on. So if you do want a ticket and I've not added any tickets on, feel free to reach out to me, and we will try to make those accommodations, but I'll try to make it easier for you and put those on the website. But I've got to do the numbers, and that's going to take a little bit of time. So that took a little bit of time. I apologize, but I think that the 18 and under contest is very, very important. Again, congratulations, Lucas. And QuailCon, super exciting. So if you have any questions about QuailCon, about raising quail, hatching quail, anything to do with quail, Quail for Profit, feel free to ask. I promise this is right now is when I'm going to get into the comments. And the 2 things I want to do right before is Verna just donated $21.93 to the Junior Business Starters. Thank you very much for donating to the 18 under contest. I appreciate that. The other thought that I wanted to say is I had quite a bit of emails and texts this week about a specific problem that I just wanted to make it very, very clear. So, and I think that they got some wrong information on a quail group. And the Quail group was one of mine. So I want to make it very, very clear so that everybody's on the same page. I got a long night. So if you hatch eggs and they are developed and they don't hatch, if you're incubating eggs, they're developed and they don't hatch, that is almost always like 90 a lot percent. Always a humidity issue. It is not a temperature issue. Temperature is going to have them stop and start. You'll see blood rings. You'll see some half-developed, partially developed, things like that. If the temp's real bad, you won't have any development at all. But it's the humidity is the issue when you've got fully developed eggs. And so you want to increase your humidity at lockdown, when you put them into lockdown, so that it softens the egg so that they can break through. Now remember that quail are 3 times smaller than a chicken chick. So they're not as strong. They're going to be as healthy. Don't get me wrong on that. They'll be as healthy, but they're not as strong breaking out of that egg. So you do have to increase that humidity quite a bit. I had 3 or 4 different texts, 3 or 4 different emails. One of them said that they were on the Facebook groups and everybody was saying that it was a temperature issue. It is not. It is a humidity issue. And so you'll need to increase that so that they can break through the egg and hatch out. Now, on the flip side, if they're hatching early, so if you put them into lockdown on the morning of day 15 and they start hatching in a few hours, that is not a humidity issue. It is because your temp is a little high, and it's really not that big of a deal. And it's better to let the temp go than trying to change and fluctuate that right at lockdown, especially since they're hatching. Because you can increase that temp, which is going to change your humidity, and then you could shrink wrap those eggs. So you don't want to do that as well. So if they start hatching early, day 15, it's not the end of the world. They're going to be fine. Keep it going. Don't change anything. If they hatch late, like if they don't start hatching until day 18 or 19 or 20, it's because your temp is too low. The other point I wanted to make, and I'm just trying to help and clear a bunch of things up. The other thing I want to let you know is I'm a big believer, and everybody can have their own opinion, but I'm a big believer that all incubators lie. And it might not be the first time or first year or second time or second year, but eventually something is not going to be operating 100% in your incubator. So even if you've hatched, I had a person contact me, well, I read it today, and I followed up with them, but they had hatched like 8 different times from us this year with like between a 72 and an 85% hatch rate. And this time it was like a 20% hatch rate, and they didn't do anything differently. And I said, do you have a hygrometer or a thermometer in there? They said no. And so I said, double check that, make sure it's reading correctly. Well, it's never read wrong. I get that, but eventually it will. And then they actually just messaged me back right before the live and said that there must be a heating element out or the fan is out. They're going to look into it. But it actually was at 96.7% temperature the whole time. That's exactly why none of them developed, or very few. And I'm really surprised those few hatched, because that's way too low. That's the danger zone. So those are just some helpful tips to help you on your journey. You do not have to listen to me. You can do your own thing. But if they are fully developed and do not hatch, I guarantee you it's a humidity issue. If they hatch early, it's a temperature issue, too high, not that big of a deal. If they don't start hatching until day 18 or 19, your temp is too low, and you do want to increase your temperature because you need them to hatch out fast because they're already late. And all incubators are going to lie eventually. So there's no reason not to have a backup thermometer, hygrometer. I recommend the Govee. It's on our Amazon store. You do not have to use that one, but find something that's very trusted and reliable through the reviews or whatever. And I can tell you, and usually I don't like to tell people what not to buy. Like, I'll recommend what we like and what we use, but I don't really like to do the negative thing. But I think it's well deserved. Those little rectangular, like 6-packs that you can buy real cheap on Amazon, thermometer hygrometers, they're liars, all of them. I've never had one, because I bought, like, it was a 30-pack, and we started using them in the brooders and the incubators and the lockdowns. Like, we were putting them everywhere, and not one of them read the same as the other, ever. So those are not reliable. I do not recommend them. I do recommend the Govee. I'm sure there's a million out there that are very trusted and reliable. Just make sure that you look at the customer reviews, and that should help you a lot. But always make sure you're double checking everything, because eventually something's going to go wrong. I hope that helps. I did not mean to go on a tangent, but I'm hoping that that will help more people before it becomes an issue. Okay. I have wasted enough of your time talking without even getting to the comments, so let me get a drink and then we will get into the questions. Again, if you have any, feel free to ask, and we'll be happy to get you taken care of. Okay. Again, Ed Got Bait and Verna Young are my moderators on here. They'll be blue with the little wrench. They do a fantastic job. They'll usually answer your question in the comments before I even get to it, because I get way behind because I talk a lot. So you can check that out. They'll also send you links. If you've asked a question, I've done a video on it. They'll send you a link to that, which should help you a lot as well. They do a lot for me. They're always there when I need something. I really appreciate them. And they do a great job, and they're leaders in the community, in my opinion. So thank you very much. And so is a lot of others that are on here, like PJ's Family Farm. They're an admin on Quail Call. They do a fantastic job, and we will be meeting them for the first time at QuailCon. So I'm very excited about that. All right, so Ariana Gonzalez is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Verna says, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell and select all so you don't miss a thing. Absolutely. Support the channel by hitting the like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. The goal tonight is 120 likes. It's a little high. We'll see if we can do it. But if you can support my small business, hit that like button, support the channel. I would appreciate it. PJ's Family Farm says here too, been outside working on addition to my chicken coop to train my guinea fowl. Very cool. Andre Perry's in the house, says hello everyone. We survived our cross-country move with only one travel loss in the quail. Wonderful to hear. Now to build my numbers again. Not sure about the North Carolina humidity though. Most people that I know in North Carolina don't do dry hatches. I know it's hot and humid there, but they still don't do the dry hatch. So that's something to keep in mind. But losing one cross country, that's not too bad at all. Congratulations. Jesse Mills is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And thank you for donating to the 18 and Under contest. I appreciate it. Katrina Krakow is in the house from Gilroy, California. Welcome. We're glad you're here. We didn't process quail. Push that to tomorrow, but canned applesauce and in the process of canning peaches. Going to finish peaches and start deviled quail eggs during the live. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Now, I did for a short amount of time, but I don't anymore, and I probably won't ever again just because of my setup. But a lot of people have questions about raising quail in aviaries, and Katrina has a YouTube channel called Sow and Tear. She raises them in aviaries, and she actually has some quail that go broody, so if you have any questions about that, or want to know more about that, feel free to check that out. La Rochelle Farm is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Foster's Farms is in the house from Tennessee. Welcome. Glad you're here. Scott Ross is in the house. Hello, quail lovers. Welcome. La Rochelle Farm says, Zach, forgot to ask, how did you get the extra 180 eggs in? You try the screws. Yeah, we actually did put screws in. I didn't have enough eggs to actually double stack this time. I sent everything out. But I have no doubt that eventually I will actually utilize that. But yeah, that's already done. And it stacks well. We've already put it in there without the eggs. But yeah, I didn't have enough eggs this week to double stack. Let's see. Frank Crow's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Freedom's Not Freezing in the house. Waterloo, Iowa. I ordered 110 Myshire Jumbo Mix. Farm Innovator Incubator 61 hatch. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I can give you a recommendation for that as well. But I can't multitask, so please hold. Jumbo Mix. Thank you for letting me know. I have noticed that with the Farm Innovators, you really need to insulate it. It somehow loses humidity and temp on the sides. So if you put a towel or a blanket around there, especially with the Farm Innovator, it really seems to do a lot better, especially at lockdown. Leslie C's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Eddie Owens is in the house. Finally, I get to be on one of your live chats, hoping to learn a lot. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. La Rochelle Farm says, I have a question. Why is quail for profit so difficult? I have my theory. I don't know if you want to know my theory, but I'm going to say you asked. Oh, there's Hank. Hi. I'd rather you not be in here because you're too loud. Thank you. I don't remember the question. Why is quail for profit so difficult? Quail for that we don't do that. We don't do that. Quail is very contagious. Once you get excited about it and you start training and teaching other people to do it, we don't do that. I gotta start again. I'm so sorry. So when you start selling and you get people excited about it, it tends to snowball, right? It just gets real busy real quick. And that's a good thing, except for you have to be able to say no. No is the most important word you can learn while you're growing the business. You just have to be able to say, I can't do that right now. I don't have enough right now. And that's okay. I promise you, if you do it right, if you're honest, if you're fair, and if you just go at your speed, God, he's driving me crazy. If you go at your speed, then the business will come eventually. You might not get that exact business, but you'll find something else. I see a lot of people make that mistake. And it is very exciting when you get orders and you're selling out. I mean, that's super exciting. Hey, Jenna.
Yeah.
He bombarded through my door. Can you shut it for me when you come back through? He just,
Yeah.
yeah. So my point is you have, I talked to 3 different people this week, and they started their business, I don't know, between a year and a half ago. And they're all doing extremely well, better than what they had projected, which is fantastic. But they are stressing beyond belief that they just don't have enough product, which is a good thing, except for 2 of them have started promising and signing contracts for more than what they can offer or what they can provide. And that's when it starts getting real bad. So just keep that in mind and just say you can only do what you can do. And luckily with Quail, you can reproduce pretty quick, so it won't take too long to double in size and double in size and double in size. But specifically for you, La Rochelle Farm, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's good. It's a good thing. But yeah, believe me, I understand your pain. I feel it right here. Bird Society's in the house from Pakistan. Welcome. Very cool. Glad you're here. Julie Smith is in the house from Smith Farms. Caitlin Smith from Smith Farms is in the house. Welcome. Joy is in the house from Western Oregon. Welcome. Glad you're here. Foster Farm says, I landed a commercial dial account by accident. Can I order some breeders and pick them up at QuailCon? We will have some, we will have live quail available at QuailCon, absolutely. We're going to have, how long did he say? 4 weeks? Yeah, we're going to have chicks, 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old, and then a lot of hatching eggs. We're going to have a lot. Texas Coturni's Quail Connection, again, donated $5 to the 1800 contest. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. I think it's a great cause. So thank you very much. Bird Society says, you have been a great motivation regarding quail, and I talk about quail all the time on my channel. Very cool. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here, and thanks for joining. And I will check that out. So congratulations. Thanks. Vicky says, hello from hot and dry California. Looking forward to QuailCon. Me as well. It is really ridiculously hot. So I'm hoping that the next 4 weeks the weather starts changing dramatically because it's hotter than Hades here. Joy's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Woman of Spirits in the house. Blessings all around, beautiful quail people. Welcome. Leslie C is in the house. We had an awesome early day 16 hatch. Super pleased with the outcome being it our first quail incubation. Wonderful. Congratulations. And wish you all the best. Hopefully you got a great hatch. Dave is in the house from Black Country, UK. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Linda is in the house. 103 here in Texas. It will still be hot at 10 p.m. tonight. Yeah, it really seems to be hot and humid even late here. Like, it's just been a weird year. It's been a weird year. I'm pretty much expecting a very, very extreme winter. Is unfortunately what I'm expecting, but hopefully I'm wrong. Hi, Hank. Hi, Maggie. Hank's my Great Dane puppy, and Maggie is my pregnant Great Dane. Let's see. Micah is in the house from Northern California. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Jasmine's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. She's going to be a part of QuailCon. She'll be actually doing part of the expert tables as well, so thank you very much for accepting that. 120 where you're at, Bird Society. That's not as hot here. It's not as hot here. Maria Carson is in the house from Twin Oaks Farms, North Canton, Ohio. Hope this message finds you all well. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. Katrina says, went to get more turkey starter for my little ones at the feed store. They were out and ordered more but didn't come in. Went to Tractor Supply and they didn't have any. Closest thing was meat bird feed. That'll work just fine. Bought that and mixed it with the last of my turkey starter. Boy, that poop stinks even more with the meat bird feed. It does. Why is Tractor Supply selling turkey chicks and not selling turkey starter? That is a great question. Fantastic question. Eddie's in the house. We just did a full circle with our quail, got them as eggs, incubated, raised them up, gathered the eggs, incubated, and now are brooding those chicks. Kind of exciting here in West Texas. That is very exciting. Congratulations. That's a huge milestone. I wish you all the best. It sounds like you're blowing it up. You're doing great. And keep doing it. Congratulations. Essentially, Kimberly's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Texas Coturni's Quail Connections in the house. Hello, beautiful people. Cypress, Texas. A lot of Texans in the house tonight. We got a lot of Texans coming to QuailCon too, so that's pretty exciting. It won't be as hot, I promise. Bird Society says, can I import quail or quail eggs? Not from me, no. We're going to try to work on that after QuailCon. I'm thinking somewhere around November, but that's not been confirmed yet. Yeah, I can't do it right now. We used to do it, and then what was it called? COVID happened, so that the borders kind of just shut down. And then after that, AI kind of came up here in the States, and so it's just been a disaster as far as importing goes, or exporting goes. There we go. Got it. The Grazing Farmstead says, hello everyone from hot Southwest Missouri. Just kicked out 140 chicks out of the brooder into my aviary. One benefit of being hot here, absolutely. Best of luck to you, and I wish you all the best. And Walker's in the house. Amazing stuff, Zach. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Chris Pascal just donated $10 to the 1800 contest. Thank you very much. For the future farmers from the Norseman Homestead, well, welcome. Thank you very much for your donation, and thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Julie Smith says, I'm 13 and I have hatched eggs from you, raised up for the eggs, and butcher repeat self-sustaining. This is what I do for my family since January 2022. This is an easy way I can help out. That is wonderful to hear. Congratulations. I'm very excited that you're doing that. That is the whole purpose and the whole goal. So I wish you all the best. Make sure you enter the contest if you haven't already, and hopefully that will even get you further along. But it sounds like you're doing fantastic. I mean, you are doing it. So congratulations. That's great. Where did all my messages go? Hold on, please. One day I'm going to not be computer illiterate. Maybe. Eddie says, I tried to incubate some balutes, but have not mastered that part yet. We do have a balut video we posted about a month ago. You could watch that. That might help. But it's a learning curve is what I'll put. The Grazing Farmstead says, great idea on the t-shirts. Thank you very much. A lot of people congratulating Lucas. Absolutely. Did a great job. Katrina says, better mix from the feed store for cheaper. It didn't come in on their truck. Tractor Supply is my second option. Didn't have any. It was fine after this bag. They're 8 weeks now. Old enough for layer feed. Yep, absolutely. Let's see. Schaefer Family Farms in the house from Michigan. Welcome. Glad you're here. Eddie's in the house. Does anyone raise crickets and grind them up in their quail feed? I do know a couple of customers that do that. They swear by it. It's great nutrition for them, great a lot of things. I've not done it personally, so I don't have much to say about it. But yeah, I mean, it's a good idea. Jasmine's in the house. I love the t-shirt ideas. Thank you very much. Amy says, I raise mealworms. There you go. Graham Fam OK's in the house. Welcome. Scott Ross says, in one of your videos you spoke about the first 7 to 10 eggs a hen lays may not be viable as fertile. Can these be fed back to the quail like I do with my chickens? Yep, absolutely. That would not be a problem at all. And they could be fertile, they could be ready to go. But the best practice is you're going to get a low fertility rate, low hatch rate. It's better to, feed them back to the chicken or back to your quail, feed them to other animals, you eat them, whatever the case may be, is the best practice. Great question. Graham Fam OK says, hail from Oklahoma. Hey guys, welcome. Glad you're here. Foster Farm says, I love that t-shirt, Zach. Good job, George. Absolutely. Foster Farm says, hit the like button, folks. Absolutely. Support the channel by hitting the like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Woman of Spirit says, can someone post a link to the Quail shirts? Looks like Ed Got Bait just did it right below you. Our Mojo 23's in the house. Turn the 18 and under contest into a nonprofit. Then the donations are tax deductible. It's a great idea. It was a little overwhelming when I looked into that a while ago. But that is something that I actually... All right. So actually starting next year. So what happens is I get these ideas of grandeur, right? And so for the first part of the year, I push, and then I just have to take a step back because QuailCon is coming. I've got farm life, this, that, and the other. There's just too much stuff going on. So with that being said, I've kind of stepped back on my projects as far as what I want to do with the quail community, what I want to do with the business. And then after QuailCon, I go back at it full force. So after QuailCon until the end of the year, there's a couple things that I'm planning on doing, and I can't wait to start doing them. Not that I'm not happy about QuailCon, but it's been on my list for a long time and I'm ready to go. But one of them is actually doing a nonprofit overall. So 18 and under contest. I would really like to do a contest as well. Not a contest, a giveaway as well for like wounded warriors or vets, something like that. I'd also like to do one for, I hate using that word, for retired people. I don't like using, for people that are retired. It's a little supplemental income if they're just living off Social Security. I really think that a lot of that would help a lot of our society. And I want to tie all that into a nonprofit. When I looked into it, it was just for the 18 under contest, and I am just not that smart with all that stuff. But I'm going to enlist some help on that. And I'm hoping that by January it is set, we're ready to go, and we're going to be able to start giving that stuff away to many different types of people needing a little bit of assistance. Let's see. Frank Kimball donated $10 to the 18 and under contest. Thank you very much. I appreciate the donation. Foster Farm says, hey, Zach, I sent you an email about an image using permission, just making sure it didn't get lost in the fray. Nope, I already responded. I responded today. That's another thing that I should probably mention just for a second. So for the next month, I'm not going to be inside until bedtime. The past 3 weeks, I've been in the barn between 5:30 and 6:30. Some days I sleep in. And I usually don't come in until dinner because she forces me to eat, which is a good thing. And then I go back out until about 9, 10 o'clock when I can't see anymore. So that's been the past 2 or 3 weeks, and it's just going to get worse for the next 4 weeks. There's just so much going on, so much to do. So with that being said, usually it's going to take me between now and QuailCon, I would expect about 3 days to respond on texts and about 3 or 4 days to respond to emails. I can't do it all, and a lot of people have spent a lot of money and prepping and planning to come to QuailCon, and I really want to make sure that it's worth it for them. And so that's really my focus right now. you're more than welcome to contact me, and I will get with you as soon as I possibly can. But right now it is go, go, go. Just so everybody knows. Jasmine says, I'm excited to be coming to QuailCon 22 with my good friend, The Grazing Farmstead. Cannot wait to meet everyone. Absolutely. I really can't wait to meet you either. I know we've talked numerous times for lengthy amounts of time. It's been great. I think we're going to get along extremely well, and I can't wait to pick your brain a little bit. And thank you very much for donating your time on Saturday to QuailCon as well. So thank you very much. Jasmine is also a leader in the community. She is the admin of the Self-Sufficient Quail, and she's very knowledgeable. She does a great job. She really does. La Rochelle Farms, Zach, I thought you would be able to take the order I asked for them. I could have turned QuailCon into a business meeting. Ha ha ha. I hear what you're saying. Maybe next year. Foster Farm says, my husband Dan has turned into a quail for profit junkie. Oh no, there you go. Good luck. Glenn says hello from Southeast Missouri. Do you ever feel as busy as a cross-eyed cat watching 3 rat holes? Thanks for all the help. Hit the thumbs up button, everyone. I do, actually. I do feel that way. Yes. And that's it's a good thing, I think. I think it's a good thing. And thank you very much for being here. Grazing Farmstead says, I had a high temp warning on GQF Govee Red 103, cooled it down, and had a 69% hatch rate. Congratulations. That's great. Congratulations. Adrian's in the house. So if 1 out of 24 does not hatch and it's fully developed, did I still have a humidity issue or just chick that didn't make it? That's a great question, and it's a great question. No, you did not have an issue, humidity issue. I should have stated that a little bit clearer, and I didn't. If the majority are developed and did not hatch, that is a humidity issue. If, let's say, you incubate 120 eggs and, 70 hatch, and 2 of them were fully developed and didn't hatch. Nope, no issue at all. They just failure to thrive kind of thing. But if you incubate 110 eggs and 10 hatch and 70 of them were fully developed, that is a humidity issue. So if there's a few in your batch, it's probably not. I would probably check your fan and make sure the circulation is good. If there's a few of them, but 1 out of 24, no, that one just didn't make it. So very good clarification. Thank you very much. And any answers that I have or anything that I say and you need clarification on, don't be afraid to ask. I'm more than happy to help you with that. I can't wear 2 shirts. It's driving me crazy. Sorry. Okay. Whew. How to get comfortable. Tammy Ross says, harvesting quail at 6 weeks or 8 weeks. Do the quail grow much in those 2 weeks? That's a great question as well. This is what I'll say about it. This is my opinion. Well, everything I say is my opinion. But anyways. I butcher at 8 weeks old. So when we started, we tried to butcher, or we butchered at 10 weeks. That was when they're fully mature. I get that. Well, it was time constrained, it was more feed, it was this, that, and the other, so we tried different things. We did 6 weeks. They are quite a bit smaller than 10 weeks, right? Well, then we started doing 8 weeks. Thanks, Ed. Then we started doing 8 weeks, and the difference between 6 and 8 weeks is pretty massive. But the difference between 8 weeks and 10 weeks is not very much. And so it just, to me, it's not worth raising them to 10 weeks. It's better to butcher them at 8 weeks. But I didn't like the 6 week mark because I do think that you're just missing too much meat. And so that's my answer. Alan Baker's in the house. Is the ratio of 1 male per 5 hens for 1 cage only, or can you have 2 males and 10 hens in a larger cage so long as it is still 3 per square foot? Yes and yes. So we do colony breeding. So we'll say I have 50 hens, and then I've got, 10 males. Is that a 5 to 1? Yeah. So we'll have 10 males and 50 hens in one really large cage. It's completely fine. There's still 3 quail per square foot. Now, I don't follow the 5 hens to 1 male. I recommend everybody else do, but because I'm at a very large scale, it's very hard to do, so I actually do a little bit less than that, which makes my hens look a little bit more beat up than what I would like. But they are all still 3 quail per square foot. Very good question. A lot of great questions tonight. Sandra Luttermoser, I hope I said that correctly, says, my quail due to go into lockdown on the 13th. Okay. I need to be away from the 12th a.m. through the 14th p.m. Should I do lockdown before or after the 13th? Set date was late on the 29th. Late on the 29th. Ugh. So even if we say the 30th, that would be 13th, 12th. It's a very good question. Move them as late as you can before you leave. So I guess it would be the 12th. Move them to the 12th. You're gonna have to bump up humidity then. You're gonna have to bump the humidity up early. Not a big deal, but yeah, you're gonna have to bump the humidity up when you put them into lockdown as well. Because when you get back on the 14th, they're gonna need to be that high humidity. And I'd rather hatch them out early than hatch them out late. Josh Rubright's in the house. What are the measurements of your brooder? Looking to build a couple. That's a great question, and I don't remember, but I did do a video not too long ago about the dimensions of the brooder and the brooder process. I think it's under, it's the playlist called Best Practices, and it's the brooding process best practices. And in that, I actually measured it out and gave you the dimensions. RMojo23 says, any thoughts? I don't know it off the top of my head, I'm sorry. Any thoughts about making the 18 under contest a nonprofit? So, we talked about that already. Mimi Cleveland's in the house. Hi, Zach. My first batch of 12 quail had 2 roos. At 6 weeks, one is crowing, the other is vocalizing, but it's more like he's trying it out. He sounds so funny. Is that just going to be his crow? At 6 weeks, he's still a little young. I would say he'll get better at it. He'll get better at it. But most likely it won't be too much better. He'll probably have an odd crow, but it will improve. Tammy Ross is in the house. Welcome. Don Ray B is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Thomas Slusser is in the house. I plan on hatching out Rosetta Graufi, and I already have a female tuxedo. What can I put with her to produce more Graufi? I plan on hatching out Rosetta and Graufi, and I already have a female tuxedo. What can I put with her to produce more Graufi? I'm assuming your female tuxedo is a Graufi, I would assume. I think so. I think I'm reading that correctly. If that's the case and you're hatching out Rosettas, it's a little difficult, but what I would do is put, obviously, well, yeah, if you put Rosetta males with your Graufi tuxedo, you're going to get Rosetta, Tibetan, whites, tuxedos, but you'll also start getting growls out of that as well. And they will be more spotted, which is kind of cool, more texture to it. Gregory's in the house. Thank you, Zach, for the eggs. I finally received them yesterday and put them in the incubator in the last hour. Unfortunately, the post office was a little rough with them and 7 eggs were broke. We do send extra for that reason because I don't trust the post office, but obviously keep me posted. We'll make sure you're taken care of. And good luck. Best of luck to you. If you can, hit the like button, support the channel. Our goal tonight is hitting 120 likes. I would greatly appreciate it if you could help us out doing that. And obviously, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But thank you very much for all of you that have already hit the like button. Dr. Connie's in the house from Florida. Welcome. Can't wait to see you again at QuailCon. Foster Farm says, oh, you're not talking to me. Feathered Connections Homestead's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Jeremiah D is in the house. I heard someone say dry hatches are good for high altitude, but I'm in the high desert, 7,000 feet, and typically low relative humidity. Would you do traditional wet hatch? Yes, I would. Yeah. Yeah, I would. I would. I don't think you could go wrong either way. I prefer the wet hatch more. That's what I would recommend. Feather Connections Homestead says, oh, I love to learn to say no. I'm telling you, you're going to have to eventually. Glenn Collins is in the house. Where did you get your poop tray? What are the sizes? Our poop trays are actually don't even know what you call it. It's a plastic push through with a squeegee, kind of. It's custom made. We bought all the parts, made it ourselves. Let's see. Yes, Waisaki, I hope I said that correctly, says, my quail have 13 days to go. Well, best of luck to you. I wish you all the best, and I'm sure you're going to do great. Foster Farm says, Zach, the dog, that's what happens when you keep horses in the house that you love. Feel your pain, brother. Absolutely. Maggie's never done that, but Hank, he's just a bull. Dale Strong says, question, all my eggs hatched on day 17 and 18, and on day 19 I still have 10 eggs left. Should I let them ride or call it? So this is what I would recommend, Dale, and this is a good question. It can't hurt by doing everything you can, right? So what I would recommend is, if you're on day 19 or 20, increase your temp a half a degree. Your temp is right where it should be, but trying to get those to hatch out, I would increase your temp a half a degree, increase your humidity about 5 to 7%, let it ride for 48 more hours. It can't hurt. So that's what I would recommend. Glenn says, where and how do you get your feed? We work with a local feed store. They go through Klombach, they customize it, and then I order about 7 pallets a month. And so they delivered on a flatbed. Brewbaker is where we go through. Let's see. Can I get tickets for QuailCon 2023? You know, I don't even want to think about QuailCon 2023 yet. QuailCon 2022 is going to have me hyperventilating. So let's get through this year first. GIS Herb says, what is your best advice for transporting live quail? Actually, I can tell you this. So I wish I knew what that video... So I'm looking to see if there's a link. I don't see it. Verna or Ed, if you could, if you've got the link, that'd be great. If you have the link to how we ship live quail video, if you could put that and maybe tag GIS Herps in it, I would greatly appreciate it. But I'm pretty sure if you go to the YouTube search bar and you type in how to ship live quail by Myshire Farm, that should be the first video that pops up, and that's going to give you better details and show you how we do it rather than me trying to explain it, because it's a long process. Frank Crow's in the house. Isaac ordered some jumbos online. Am I able to pick them up at QuailCon? It depends on what jumbos you ordered and when you ordered them. If you ordered jumbo mix, if you ordered jumbo mix or jumbo whites, possibly 4 weeks. Maybe jumbo sex links and jumbo Egyptians. We should have them here. I've got 2 people that ordered online and said we'll pick up at QuailCon, so those will for sure be ready. I don't remember the names on those yet though. But we'll have a lot of live quail and a lot of hatching eggs available. And I will do my very best. Foster Farm says, I hope those of you that one time with Linda are using it wisely. That girl is amazing. She really is. I don't know if she's on here. I haven't seen her yet. But Linda is a marketing expert. She's got the background in that. We did a video with her, 2 videos with her last week. And she'll be at QuailCon trying to help people increase or grow their quail business or self-sufficient business or farm business, whatever. And she's great at marketing, so I'm really excited about it. I think she's going to be able to help a lot of people. Don Ray B says, Zach, I hope you're wrong about the extreme winter prediction. This extreme summer hot has kicked my behind. I know it, and I really hope I'm wrong. Really hope I'm wrong. But we'll see. We'll see. Leslie C says, yes, sir. I'm the one that texted about having 49 hatch, ordered 50, received 64, infertile 5 died first week. The 2 that couldn't break out of the shell sadly didn't hatch. Yeah, they were probably just too weak, especially during shipped eggs. I would assume, the air sac was probably detached of some sort, and they just didn't, they developed, but they just weren't strong enough to break through. I think your temps were great. 49 out of 60 hatched, 49 out of 50 ordered. Fantastic hatch rate. You did fantastic. You did a great job. You are going to lose some chicks along the way. That is normal. I did already write your numbers down because you did text me, but I'm very excited for you. That great numbers. Great numbers. Wound of Spirit says, I just started my incubator 2 days ago. The humidity in my house is 62%. We have had rain for the last 5 days. Been really hard trying to keep the humidity correct in incubator. 62%. I would dry hatch if I were you. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. The only thing you need to do is don't add water to lockdown and increase your temp to 100 degrees and let it go. The humidity is relatively not very important during the incubation process. Now, you don't want to add water and make it 100% humidity in there, but you can just let it go and they'll do okay. Chris Pascal donated $10 to the Future Farmers, the 18 and under contest. Thank you very, very much for your donation. I really appreciate it. And that will go towards next month's 18 and under contest winner. I might have to turn one of these lights out in a minute. I don't know what happened, but about 4 hours ago, my eyes just started burning. I don't know if they're red. Are they red? Oh, they are red. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Hope Yancey's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Jennifer's in the house from Maine. Welcome. Uh-oh. Now I've irritated him. Patricia Clarkson's in the house. Greetings all. I finally ordered some eggs from Myshire. Today I made some small Scotch eggs. They were pretty good. We'll get better at it. Very cool. Congratulations. And I will get your order out as quickly as I can. Best of luck to you. And I bet the Scotch eggs will be great. Frank is in the house from Wayside, Wisconsin. Cannot wait for QuailCon to meet all of you again. Is going to be a great time. Absolutely. Frank, I really... I know we talked for a few minutes last year at QuailCon, but it was such a extreme... I was just all over the place. I can't wait to actually be able to talk to you and your family a little bit longer this time. I'm really excited about it. Adrian's in the house. How many kids entered the 18 under contest this month? I didn't look at that number. If I had to guess, somewhere around 30, but I don't. That would just be a guess. Carrot Top's in the house. Good evening. Welcome. Glad you're here. Gail's in the house. I just killed my last 2 old quail, 1.5 years. I hated to do it, but they were looking pretty rough. I've got some I hatched about 8 weeks ago, so I have a lot more room now. Very cool. Congratulations. And yeah, it's part of raising them, but that's, I'm glad you have some ready to go, and they probably are already laying for you. That's great. Braden's in the house, just picked up 50 Bob White and Tennessee Red hatching eggs. Very cool. Congratulations, and I wish you all the best. Katrina's in the house. Mine eat earwigs when they wander into the aviary. No, they don't eat them. They hunt them down and annihilate them. Yes, they do eat them enthusiastically. There you go. Well, there you go. There's good information for you. Again, Frank Kimball donated $10 to the 1800 contest. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Evelyn Yancey says, hi, I was wondering when my eggs were supposed to come in. You said you'd get me more since only 12 hatched, and do you need my order number? We don't really do that. You'll need to contact me. I think there might be a little miscommunication there, maybe. I'd have to look. So you can feel free to text me, and I can look at it for you. Yes, I'm just going to say yes is in the house. 13 days left till my Tux quail hatch. Oh, got it. Temp has been consistent, 99.6 on the Brencia, but humidity seems to be lingering about 59% or so. I lift the lid to lower the humidity, and I'm worried about the fluctuation. Yeah, don't lift the lid anymore. Just don't add water until lockdown. But you really don't want to lift the lid because fluctuation is detrimental. So you don't want to do that. Well, that's better for you. So yeah, just let the humidity ride, not the end of the world. Just don't open it until lockdown. And my understanding is you're hatching out growl-feed tucks, or maybe a tux mix, whatever, and then you're going to be hatching out rosettas or whatever the case may be. So if that's the case, you are going to get growl-feed out of the growl-feed tucks because they don't breed true. They just can't because they're a mixture of colors. So with that being said, you're going to get growls. So preferably you want to put a solid growl in with a solid growl. But if you don't get a solid growl hen, then you would want to put your solid growl male in with your like growl-fee tuxedos or rosettas. And if you have a growl-fee male, if you have a growl-fee boy, and you put them with rosetta hens, you're going to get a lot more growl-fees. Feather Connections Homestead says, I have a lot of customers get into quail near or after retirement. That would be a great help to get them info out there. Absolutely. I agree 100%. David Lister's in the house. Welcome. Shirley Tinker's in the house. Just moved my first babies outside. They will be 5 weeks old tomorrow. Trying to decide which color to hatch next. Wish there was a good book on colors and genetics. Pick your favorite. You can't go wrong. Graham Fam OK says, Zach has a slideshow of colors somewhere. I'm going to Pansy Fee next. I do love the Pansy Fee. Emily B is in the house. My first batch is a week old. Mix of mostly jumbo wild hens with other, I think, a male pharaoh. Will I still be able to sex them at 3 weeks old? Pharaoh hens with male. Yep, absolutely. Yep, they're all going to be feather sexable at 3 weeks old. Anything that's feather sexable to feather sexable is going to produce feather sexable every time. 99% of the time. Linda Easton says, howdy from Sacramento. There you go. We've been talking about you. Jumping in late, but happy to be here with my Quail family. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. And a bunch of us can't wait till QuailCon and be able to meet you and hang out. Vicky Kenton's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Grazing Farmstead. Welcome. Vicky says, Zach, you will have so many hands at QuailCon. How can we, what can we do for you while we are there? If you have to do a lot while you're here, then I didn't do a good job. The goal is that it's very important to me. Everybody shows up on Saturday and Sunday. They learn, they enjoy, they have fun, they relax, and they go home energized, rejuvenated, with some great ideas, and I don't want anything else. So you just sit back and relax. But thank you very much. Susan Kruger's in the house from the Little Quail Hut in Jackson, Michigan. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Gerald's in the house. Hi. First time seeing your live show. Trying to figure... hope to turn my birds into a business. We do have a playlist. It's called Quail for Profit. You can check that out. We've got quite a few videos on that for you to help you on your journey with Quail for Profit. But after QuailCon, I will be doing at least... no, that's not the right notebook. I think there's at least 6 videos that I've already done. Like they are done on my computer, loaded up, ready to go about Quail for Profit. That's really going to be new stuff that I've never talked about before. But I will also be talking about that at QuailCon, and I want people that are making the trip and sacrificing and spending the money, I want them to hear it first. There are currently only 2 tickets left at QuailCon, so make sure you check that out. Ed says, never mind, I'm not going to read that. Armojo23 says, we have just a couple females laying fragile eggs. Is it just them, or is it not enough calcium in the layer feed? If it's consistently a few a day or whatever, then yeah, it's a calcium deficiency, for sure. If it's sporadic, then it's probably just that day, or not a good mix of feed. But if they're doing it every day, then yeah, they're missing key calcium. Myshire Farm, love that name, is in the house. Hey, from Tennessee. One of my clients took 3 eggs out of a batch they got for me, put them under a pigeon, and she hatched them. Thinking about getting a pigeon for brooding. Very cool. Congratulations. I've heard of that happen twice before. And just be careful, because from my understanding, the pigeon that hatches them out gets a little rough with them after a few weeks. But it could have just been that situation. Thomas says, do you happen to know what crossing a Texas A&M white with a pearl would do? You would just get more of the same. Not much. It wouldn't do much. You'd increase the size. Lee's Quail is in the house. Oklahoma is in the house, ready for QuailCon. Absolutely. I am not ready for QuailCon yet. I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know if you can tell, but I got real tan this past week. So I've got a lot more to do, and I have to finish up this honey-do list that I promised would be done this year, and I really want to get on my goals for the business and the quail community after QuailCon. Like, I'm ready for it, so I'm trying to run the business, keep up with that, get ready for QuailCon, and do this honey-do list. So I don't know if you've seen, but yeah, this is after a shower too. I'm a mess. It's stain. It's not dried blood or anything. It's just stain. But I could not get it off. So a lot to do. So I'm not ready, but I'm excited for it. Hendrickson Family Farms in the house from Oklahoma. Welcome. Glad you're here. Let's see. Frank Kimball says, F&E Quail Farms in the house. We sold out of all my jumbo babies today and 30 dog birds, 20 pounds of raw feed. And go out Monday, 10, 18 count of eating eggs on Monday. You are blowing it up. Congratulations. You were doing pretty well last year. It sounds like you're tenfold this year, so congratulations. And I'm sure that next year it's going to be 100-fold. So congratulations. I'm happy for you. HJ says, do you have a color breeding guide, example breeding with whites, Italians, Pharaohs, pearls, or silvers, or does the male determine the offspring colors? Both will determine the offspring color. We do have a playlist called All About the Colors on our YouTube channel. You can pick the color that you like, and in that short little 5 to 7 minute video, it'll show what they look like, how to sex them, average size, average egg, average weight, average lifespan, how to get the color, so on and so forth. Let's see. Verna says 111 watching and only 90 likes. Come on, one only takes a second to hit the thumbs up. There you go. We're at 105. We need 15 more likes to hit the goal. So if you're on, you've not hit the like button, hit the like button, support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Zach, why do you use the post office instead of FedEx? Because number one, post office is actually more gentle on the boxes. And number two, if FedEx knows that they're hatching eggs or live quail, they will not ship them. Hatching eggs are considered embryos. They won't ship those. So you can't mark them hatching eggs or anything like that. And because you can't do that, they're going to go through the regular sorting process. It's a disaster. We actually had a breeder. I think she's been in it longer than I have by a couple of years, maybe. And she contacted me. I think it was last year. It could have been 2 years ago. I don't know. Everything mixes together now. But she said, "Hey, I just got approved for FedEx and UPS to send all my eggs and live birds." And I said, "Did you really?" She goes, "Yeah, do you want in?" And I said, "Well, let me know how it goes." And then she contacted me literally less than a month later. She's like, "Don't do it. This is the worst thing ever. Oh my gosh." She said, "It's been week after week after week." She's like, "Now they get there on time. That's guaranteed. Like that, they do much better as far as time of shipment than the USPS." She said, "But every box has just been demolished." And I said, "Good to know." So we're sticking with the USPS. Plus, they're really good to us. They always have been. And I'm pretty loyal when it comes to that. Probably to a fault. I mean, it might be a good idea to try to work with them and try to work with FedEx or something like that. But I just, they've always been there for us. They're good. They have monthly meetings with us to help how we can do better, and I see improvements. That's why I'll let that go. Yes says hi from Northwest Ohio. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. I hope I say this correctly, but Leanne E. If I don't pronounce the name correctly, don't be offended. I'm very sorry, but feel free to correct me so I don't keep pronouncing the wrong name. La Rochelle Farm was on here, and I think I didn't pronounce his name correctly for, I don't know, a year. Couldn't do it. Finally, I can do it anytime I want now. Zach, I'm wondering if you'll ship to Canada again. I'm hoping to work on that after QuailCon. Tentatively, it's looking like end of November is when I'll get approved again, and we'll have all that lined up and set up. Obviously, we really don't want to ship to Canada in winter because your winters are awful. So I'm hoping next spring we'll be, ready to go, but I'm hoping, if you want to take the chance, I'm hoping end of November. Please take care of yourself. Christina S. says, "Please take care of yourself. You look like you need some really good rest. Your health is important. God bless." I will rest after QuailCon. In fact, it was Friday. Jen and I were outside, and we were working outside for QuailCon, and it was 9:50 at night. This was Friday night, and I could barely see. And we didn't have any light out there. We could barely see. It was getting dark, and so we finally were like, I can't do it anymore. Like I can't even see, and I'm done. Just irritated. We're just done. So we're going into the house, and I said, "We didn't have dinner." She goes, "No." I said, "We didn't have lunch." She's like, "No." I said, "I didn't have breakfast." She's like, "I didn't either." I said, "We haven't eaten all day?" She goes, "No." I said, "We've been working pretty hard. We speak." So we get in the car. We just go grab some food real quick. And I said, Jenna, after QuailCon, I think I'm going to take a day or two off. She said, "Okay, you should." She said, "In fact, you should probably take 2 days off." And I said, "You know what? I think I might." So we'll see. We'll rest after QuailCon. That's the plan anyway. But welcome. We're glad you're here. Frank Kimball says, have to get back to the farm work. We'll see you soon at QuailCon 2022. Absolutely. Can't wait. Witch Doctor's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Schaefer Family Farm is in the house. Call or fix splayed legs. You could go either way. I call. Splay leg is 100% an environmental issue. Now, with that being said, it worries me that they might have weaker legs than the others. So I call. But I call pretty aggressively. So you could go either way, but I call. Pretty much exactly what Ed said. He knows me pretty well. Foster Farm says QuailCon 2023. Buck up, Zach. LOL. If you need help, let us know. It's more of a mental thing right now, thinking about QuailCon 2023 than anything else. Mike Johnson is in the house from South Texas. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Psycho Ward 360 is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Can't wait to meet you and Witch Doctor at QuailCon. You supported QuailCon last year. You're supporting QuailCon this year. And this year you actually get to come. So I'm really excited to meet you. Katie Bella Creations is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. There was one thing I did not mention. I don't have time in the day. So unfortunately, until after QuailCon, I'm just not going to be able to do auctions on our auction page. So if anybody asks on Facebook or anything, if you could let them know, I'd greatly appreciate it. I will try to respond if anybody asks me through text or messenger. I was going to try. There's too much to do, and I can't do it right now. I promise, I swear to everyone that I will dedicate time every week after QuailCon. But until then, I've got too much. I've just got too much. So something had to go, and that's what it was. I don't know what made me think of that, but Katie Bella Creation says, what is the absolute soonest chicks can go outside in the summer? 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks. Psycho Ward 360 says, just put 600 quail eggs in the freeze dryer. Very cool. Congratulations. That's a lot. Dr. Coney says, I might need to pick up 6 males while at QuailCon. Not a problem. We'll have those. I wouldn't say for sure. We'll have them. But I did hatch 16 babies this weekend, so I'll see how they're doing before then. Well, good luck. I'll have them available. I'll have hens available. I'll have straight runs available. Chicks available. Hatching eggs available. Supplies available. We'll have a lot of stuff available at QuailCon. Essentially, Kimberly says, I got the feather sexable mix. Do I need to separate the jumbos? How soon after hatch? They are due to hatch 8/17ish. I got the feather sexable mix. Nope, they can all go together. You can separate it. The best thing to do is let them all grow up together and then separate its size whenever you weigh them. Or you can, feel them. Whatever you do. Let's see. No one's talking to me. Maria's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Patty McCrary is in the house from Stevenson, Alabama. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Oh. Sorry. Let's see. I lost my spot. Oh, Patty, welcome. Glad you're here. Emily B's in the house. Thank you. So helpful. Knight from New Jersey, small farm. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. And thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Karen's in the house. Zach, love the way you ship eggs directly to my house. Saves me a lot of time. Absolutely. We are going to make that an option for next year. At checkout, you can either request pickup at the post office, where they'll call you and you go get them. A lot of people don't have that luxury. They don't have time to go pick them up before they close, whatever the case may be. So we're going to offer both. But we will offer both options next year, which is cool as well. But thank you very much and good luck. Cody's in the house. Hello, Cody Clark from Mount Vernon, Ohio. Not very far away. Did you announce the winner of the 18 under contest? I did. It was Lucas Campus, 11-year-old, very generous, does 4-H. He has rabbits. He does not have quail, so that had to get fixed. And he wants to start a small business. He wants to give some to family and friends as well as donate to his church. So I'm really excited about that. Foster Farm says, question, is the market for pretty colors more lucrative than the market for the bulk purchase reptile folks? Which would you do if just starting out? I gotta read it again. Is the market for pretty colors more lucrative than the market for the bulk purchase? No. Reptile or falconry folk are much more lucrative than the colors. By far. A lot easier to do too. Don't have to have that strict. I mean, everybody should have some sort of breeding program, but you don't have to be that strict on it. Dr. Connie says, could you set up a display for QuailCon of each of the colors with labels? It would be easier to see them live rather than just on the screen. Well, actually, we got approval that, so I'm going to be doing tours of the quail barn, right? So everybody's allowed in the shipping room. In the main barn, we're going to give a little section for everybody to come in, and we'll show everybody everything, but you're not going to be able to go into the main barn very much. But if somebody wants to see a specific color or anything like that, I can go grab one. And I can't really pass around, but I can show everybody. So we can do that, as well as we did get approval that everyone, as long as they follow the biosecurity, which is booties on their feet and hand washing and or gloves, then they'll be able to go into the brooder room all together, and we're going to have a ton of brooder. All the brooders will be full. So everybody will be able to see a lot of quail. I can guarantee you that. There's going to be about 1,600 quail in the brooder room alone. Jay Cho is in the house, says it's hatch day here. Awesome, congratulations. Best luck to you. HJ says my hens that are in a ground pen are collecting eggs with their beaks and sitting on them. I have no roosters. Is it just instinct to sit and collect their eggs? They're actually going broody, which is fairly rare. So congratulations. Obviously nothing will happen because there's no males in there. But yeah, they're going broody, which is kind of an uncommon thing. So congratulations. Jay Cho says it's hatch day and 2 so far. Awesome. Congratulations. Christina S. says you should write a quail book. It would be a bestseller. Actually, since we're almost at the end, I actually talked about that last Monday on my live. I really, really want to start working on that. There's more important things I want to do after QuailCon till the end of the year for customer satisfaction, for getting the word out there, for this, that, and the other. But next year, something that I would really like to do is really start working on a book. Foster Farm says, hit the like button, thumbs up, people. Absolutely, thank you very much. Jay Cho says, 2 more about to break through. Very cool. Verna says, we need 12 more likes. We did hit it. Thank you very much for all your support. I really appreciate it. Darlene DMD gave me the thumbs up. Thank you very much. Evelyn says, I just texted you the order number. I will get to that. Probably not tonight. I'm exhausted, but I will get to it. Feather Connection says, I call aggressively as well. There you go. If I still lived in Ohio, I'd be there to help volunteer more, whether you wanted to help or not. There you go. Aggressive calling is an important part of responsible homesteading. Just saying. I agree 100%. We will be now the volunteer schedule for... When will we know the volunteer schedule for QuailCon? I know it. I should probably share that with everybody else. That would be good for all the volunteers. Soon. Anybody that's volunteering for QuailCon is at the most going to be working for about 3 hours, give or take, on Saturday, but that's at the most. Most of the volunteers are only going to be an hour on Saturday, and none on Sunday unless like somebody needs help or something. So we try to break that up because you all are coming in as volunteers. I get that, but you're all coming in to get away for the weekend. You've got busy lives when you get back, and you need to get some out of that as well. Jesse Mill says, will you have any jumbo white eggs available at QuailCon? Yes. Loretta said she wants to get money out of her account and buy some. There you go. We will have them available for sure. Absolutely. Val Max says, evening from Florida. I got my first 2 eggs for my 20 jumbo quail today at 10 weeks. First 2 eggs for my 20 jumbo quail today at 10 weeks. Congratulations. I guess I didn't win the lottery. I think switching from the Game Bird starter to the Razor helped as well. Absolutely. The big thing is make sure that they get 16 to 18 hours of light a day. That will help a lot with their laying. Jimmy's in the house from Alabama. Welcome. Glad you're here. Darlene DMD says, which one of the quail breeds are the largest in weight generally? Jumbo Wilds. Average about 13.5 to 14 ounces at full maturity, which is 10 weeks old. The Jumbo Whites, the last 4 breeder groups that I put together, so the last 200 hens that I've chosen to be part of the breeding program have averaged 13.1 to 13.6. So they're neck and neck. But the Jumbo Whites lay larger eggs and they're more consistent. They're both good. Let's see. S.O. Swanson's in the house. Tardy but present. Greetings from the Mississippi Delta. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And can't wait to meet you at QuailCon. Foster Farm says, respect Zach for setting the example on biosecurity. Taking notes. Thank you very much. We'll actually have biosecurity experts here on Sunday. Oxford Prepping says, hatch 20 out of 30 Friday night. 42 more ready in 7 days. Awesome. Congratulations. I wish you all the best. Sounds like you're doing great. Christine Dale? I might have pronounced that wrong. Christine, though. Just started with 12 quail a few weeks ago. How do I compost the poop? We'll live in a suburban area, so not a ton of space. That is a thing that you'll have to deal with. Actually, if you put it in the corner, it is very acidic, but it composts pretty well. It just takes some time. So it's great for gardens if you can. I mean, it all depends on your setup and if you can get away with it and things like that. It's great for compost, though. Oxford says, I cannot tell the colors apart. Some of them are tricky. Once they're about 2 weeks old, you'll be able to see them. Feather Connection says, by the way, change my YouTube name, but this is Kelly Connect. Tips on keeping males with hens quieter. Neighbors complain city issues. With the males, the only suggestion that I would have, and I don't know if it's a good I don't know if it's a good solution. So you got a cage. Sorry, I was reading a text. If you cover up half the cage and the other half not, you'll probably lower a little bit in production, but not a lot. But that might fix the crowing issue. It's hard to say. It's worth a shot to try. That would be my only suggestion. I think that's all the questions. I have 12-week-olds. I can't tell all the subtle differences. I actually have, I don't know what it's called. I think it's under the playlist All About the Colors, but there's actually a slideshow. Actually, you know what would be easier and faster? If you just go to our website, myshirefarm.com, just look at the hatching egg page. There's pictures of each color, and you can just match them up. Obviously, you can feel free to text me pictures, and I can give you, I can help you out with that as well. And that looks like all of the questions, everybody. So we did hit our goal of 120 likes, so thank you very much. We surpassed that. I appreciate it. Again, good. Congratulations, Lucas, for winning the 18 Under contest. If you want to donate to the 18 Under contest, and everyone that has tonight, thank you very much for all your support. I really appreciate it. So you can donate to the channel on Sundays and Mondays. In the chat section, there's a $sign. You can donate. It's either a super sticker or super chat. You can put that towards a donation towards the 18 and under contest. So everyone that did, thank you very much. But we also have, we also have this shirt that is going to be available either tonight or tomorrow on the website, and it says I support small farmers. So this shirt is actually going to be $20, which is a little bit more than what we charge on regular shirts, but money will go towards the 18 under contest to get them a nice incubator to help the next generation grow and inspire them and educate them on entrepreneurship and learning responsibility and raising their own meat and eggs and things like that. So that is that as well. I don't think that I don't think I'll be posting any YouTube videos this week. It's all about getting ready for QuailCon. I will be live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for rapid fire Q&A. So if you have any questions about quail and you just want rapid fire, it's really helped a lot of newbies out. Feel free to join. I don't read all the questions. It's just question and answer. And we answer a lot of questions in a short amount of time, so make sure you check that out as well. It does look like we have a couple more questions, then we'll get off here. Jay Cho says, should you remove the shells once they are out all at once after 48 hours, or can you remove them after a number of them hatch? Should you remove the shells? You don't need to remove the shells. Just take the... you don't need to remove the shells. Just take the dry chicks out every 24 hours. So once the first one hatches, 24 hours from there, take the dry ones out, close it back up, and do that every 24 hours until the hatch is complete. HJ says, sorry, one last question. Should I feed my quail city tap water? Completely fine. A lot of people do it, no issues at all. I have had very hard water from my tap. Will it make them sick? Nope, they do fine. I've got well water here. Now we have a nice filtration system, but at the end of the day, it's still well water. So no, they do fine on that. Thanks for all the great videos and support. Thank you very much, Norman. I appreciate it. Linda says, thanks everyone. Thanks Zach for the live, and thank you Vernon and Ed for keeping it going smooth. Have a good night everyone. Absolutely. Feather Connections Homestead says, okay, I'll see if I can blanket half the shed. LOL. If it helps, I'll do it, but because we breed them, we need the boys. Thanks for all the help and an amazing live. If you could just cover up half, yeah, I don't know. Will those shirts be available at QuailCon? Yes, they will. I think they should. Yeah. The answer is going to be yes. False Farm says, those of you attending QuailCon are appreciative of all your effort. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be you. Grateful for your time, Zach. Thank you. I appreciate it. Jasmine, good night. Grazing Farmstead, good night. Dennis, good night. Thank you all for showing up. I really appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll go live again with a rapid fire Q&A. Thank you all for hitting the like button, supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. And hopefully any and all of you that are coming to QuailCon are going to have a great time, learn a lot, and meet new friends and new people in the quail world. And we can all benefit from each other and become more self-sufficient and less dependent. So that is the goal. So thank you all for showing up. I really appreciate it. And as always, until next time, everybody, stay safe.